another episode of We're Just Chilling Today. It's Sunday. We made it through the week. Oh, I'm so tired. But the grind must continue. I just wanted to wake up and, stream a little something for y'all. I'm gonna be eating my breakfast real quick. I got my big breakfast with pancakes. I like to start the day off with a McDonald's breakfast. It's much cheaper than the rest of their meals, and you can't put a price on having eggs in the morning. I used to make eggs before I left the house every morning, but it just was tough after a while because you gotta wake up so early to cook. It's nice. They always have the eggs ready, and I'm usually not a fan of this biscuit, but the biscuit's been smacking recently for some reason. Maybe it's because I'm getting fat. But before we get started, if you enjoy God's content, if you enjoy us, we ramble, hit like and subscribe. The easiest way to support the channel, and it's free. If you want to do more support the channel, $1 a month gets your name read out on every stream. Yeah, so we're just kind of gonna be chilling today. Gonna be eating, talking magic, thoughts on Edge of Eternities, and the RCQ that I played yesterday. We're gonna recap it. It was a good time yesterday. I always enjoy playing RCQs. We were testing out Leyline of the Voids again. That's a card that I personally love. Leyline is one of my pet cards, and it's not always the greatest, but it's a lot of fun to play when you're able to use it effectively. Your opponents who rely on their graveyard just aren't able to do much, and that's like the reason I love it is because there's so many degenerate graveyard decks in Modern that having access to a Leyline post board is just so important. That is the one bad thing about the pepper in this meal. They never give you enough pepper. Let me see if you can you see. This is what we got. Let's see if I can flip the camera. We got the eggs, the bacon, the pancakes, the hash brown, and the muffin thing. And yeah, we just don't have enough pepper. Never enough pepper. Living life with spice. But yeah, it was a great time at the RCQ. We ended up going 2-3. We were gonna go 3-3, but I didn't want to play the last round because my friends all wanted to go get chicken. So we went to this really cool chicken spot. I forget what it was called. Is it MC Chang's? Something like that? Yeah, there's like no pepper in this. So I'm gonna go upstairs and grab some pepper. Y'all gonna come with me. Oh, that also means that I can heat up my coffee. This coffee is cold. Oh, okay. Oh, my back. Don't get old. It's not fun. I hope everybody's having a beautiful day. It's just gonna be kind of a chill stream today. Just hanging out. Not doing much. Heating up the coffee with more coffee. Oh, I got a super full cup of coffee. Beautiful. What else did I come up here for? Pepper. Salt and pepper. We have the salt downstairs, but I'm going to bring more salt. And then more pepper. Because I love seasoning. Oh, there's the Bella. Hey, Bella. Good girl. Who's your good puppy? Yes, you are. You're a good puppy. Yes, you are. All right. Let's go back downstairs. What's up, Micah? How you doing? Appreciate you being here for this morning chill stream. Usually I don't do hell yeah, it's good to hear you doing good. Usually I don't do like non-magic vlogs, but today we're gonna be talking about some magic stuff and some just hanging out, just having fun. Oh, don't drop the coffee, Jack. Don't drop the coffee. Don't drop the coffee. Trying to gauge like overall impressions of Edge of Eternities right now. Like, do you guys love it? Do you guys hate it? Oh, Bella, what are you trying to do? You want to lay down? Let me make you space in the bed. Excuse me. Then I pet the dog. Gotta wash my hands because I'm gonna be handling my food. Oh, go on, go lay down. Go girl. All right. To the bathroom. to wash the hands. Don't be a gross fuck. If you play Magic, if you do anything, honestly, take some soap, wash your hands, 15 to 20 seconds. Get those germs off there. You don't need to smell bad. You don't need to be a sweaty fuck. Boom. Boom, boom, boom. That's just a PSA. I know a lot of Magic players are better than they were when I started, but sometimes you just gotta put a message out to your community. Wash your fucking hands. Well, family's home. Alright. I'm gonna run out, tell her that I'm streaming. I'll be right back. Y'all can enjoy the setup. And we're back. Oh, my back. Don't get old. Hey, what's up, Luke? Appreciate you dropping in. Thank you so much for being here. I had to go outside and tell my sister that we're streaming. Alright, now we got the coffee. We got the seasonings. We can eat the fucking things. Alright, time to put some sea salt on the eggs. Plippity ploppity. Seasonedy stoppity. Oh, Jesus, that's so much salt. It's okay. We're here for a good time, not a long time. Alright. Now we got some black pepper. This is better for your heart than the sea salt is. Maybe. Come on. Is there any black pepper in here? Okay, there it is. Let you see what the eggs look like now. Boom. Look at that. Hey, appreciate you, Micah. That means the world. Look at how beautiful that seasoned egg looks. Alright, it's time to dive in. Hope everybody's having a beautiful day. Eggs is the best way to start the morning. Trying to figure out. Hey, what's up? Captain Oops, appreciate you dropping in. Thank you so much for being here. Kind of a chill day today. Started off with just eating breakfast and hanging out. Can I dance for you? These are the dances, the dances of a white man. Are you happy? Does this satisfy you? Do you see the movement? I got so much movement, so much fluidity. Awkward white man dancing. That's what I do. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. You know what? It's all about having fun. Luke, I hope you have a nice day. Hey, if you're not having fun, no one's having fun. So make sure that you're having fun. Ooh, I'll take that. Fly for a white guy. Hell yeah. It's a good song. So yeah, just a chill stream today. Overall game plan is just to eat breakfast, talk Edge of Eternities, try to figure out what we want to stream. We're doing limited. Haven't decided yet. Whether or not we're playing Vintage Cube or if we're doing like actual draft of Final Fantasy. Final Fantasy is a pretty good favorite franchise. I mean, Magic's my favorite franchise, but if we were like looking outside of Magic, that's pretty tough. Favorite franchise. Big fan of Lord of the Rings, but I feel like that's kind of a cop-out. What's a franchise that I just love and I nerd out about? It's tough. I really like, favorite, huh? No, I agree. I I do play Fortnite. I do not like the company that owns Magic. I don't think any Magic player who's informed about what Hasbro does to Wizards is a fan. I think that it's really important for us to be honest and open, and I think that Hasbro is, you know, they're the money behind Wizards. So I'm very excited for them to support Wizards in the future. I am not excited to see the pressure that they put on Wizards to try to conform to their stuff. Um, because it's really unfortunate when you get a you get something that's made from the heart out of love. Magic is something that's a labor of love, right? There's a lot of nerds who, and I say nerds in the kindest sense, right? Like we love it. We love nerds. I'm a nerd. We are all nerds in different ways, right? A jock is just a nerd for sports. A um, you know, there's we're nerds in different categories, right? And so the people who work at Wizards are like the biggest nerds for Magic, and they love high fantasy, and they love all these different things, all these different IPs that they're trying to now bring into Magic. And it's really tough because sometimes, as a fellow nerd who's been playing Magic for a long time, we can witness what Hasbro does to Wizards because we can tell when they're pushing something because we can kind of feel that it's not organic. I do play Fortnite, yes. Do I play Call of Duty? No. Um, I used to play Call of Duty Zombies on the Xbox, but then the Xbox stopped working. Should adults really play with toys? It depends on your definition of toys, and it also depends on your definition of adults. Um, is adult a term that means a fully realized human who has achieved all of their dreams and goals, and so they're satisfied with where they are and they don't need something to distract them from the struggle of grinding? Then there's an argument to be made, right? That like an adult who's fully realized their life doesn't need any distractions, but I feel like a lot of us are in the process of the journey towards the future, and I don't think that, in that definition of an adult, it works for us to. Also, there's no point in shaming somebody for doing something that they love, right? Is a book a toy? Is a car a toy? It all depends on your frame of reference. It also depends on what your definition of a toy is, right? So, for me, I think that, you know, if you're looking at it from the loosest definition, a toy is anything that you spend money on that brings you joy. And I think that ultimately, I think adults can do whatever they want with their money as long as they're trying to to be happy. Like all of us just want to be happy. Um, I've heard the term mind sports applied to Magic. Yeah, so it's definitely a cerebral game. It's definitely not something that a lot of people are like very okay with just doing, right? Like some people they like it because it makes them read a lot. Like I love reading, so it's for me a flavor thing, which means that I love the stories that are behind the cards. For some people, it's a math thing. They just love the attack math and the combat math. For some people, it's just like a way to hang out with their friends. So it's definitely like chess, but it's more of like a social game than chess is. Legos only. Pro is perfect for a 1,000 word essay for sure. No worries. I do talk a lot, so I'm sorry. I think that's the thing is like Legos are cool, right? But like one person's Legos is another person's hot rod, which is another person's like automobile, which is another person's magic cards. So like we can't really judge each other. Toys and games can lead to fulfillment. Elias, thank you so much for dropping in. Thank you so much for being here. And yes, I totally agree. I think that toys and games both are relative and they're also important to certain people. And like for people who are struggling with a bunch of different things, right? Or not struggling at all and just looking for some form of fulfillment, as you said, it's really important to not judge people because, like, one person's trash is another person's treasure. I'm not a big car guy, but somebody else could be like, oh, I just love to work on my car. And to me, I wouldn't say that would be a waste of my time, but that would be less fulfilling to me than playing it, like, with my magic cards and building a deck and vice versa. And I have skills that I've gained from Magic where somebody who works only on their car has skills that are based on their car, and we're just nerds in different senses, if that makes any sense. Micah, hey, appreciate you dropping back in. Thank you so much for being here. It's your birthday. Hey, happy birthday, Micah. Thank you so much for being here. It really means the world to me. Do you have any crazy plans today? I hope you get to enjoy yourself. Back to the breakfast. You going to a movie? Which movie are you going to go to? Or have you not picked it out yet? What I like to do is I like to take the bacon. I like to wrap it in a pancake. And then you have pigs in a blanket. Jurassic World Rebirth. Hell yeah. That's fucking dope. I've heard a lot of really good things about that movie. Have you read the books? So this is a primarily Magic the Gathering channel, where we talk about decks and goblins specifically. Today is kind of just a chill, laid-back stream, where we're able to just kind of relax. Usually I'm streaming something, but today I just kind of wanted to get breakfast, sit down, interact with y'all, and get my thoughts out there on like Edge of Eternities in general, Magic, the state of Magic, what I'm looking forward to, and just things overall. So yeah, that's the gist of the channel and what we're doing today. Just Goblins content. We play Magic, and we play a specific deck in Magic in every format. What am I eating, Goblin Boy? I got the big breakfast. I'm using my Xbox remote to play all these games. If y'all want to see me play any of these games, you let me know in the comments down below. But yeah, basically, we got the bacon. We wrap it in the pancake. Make pigs in a blanket. And then we got biscuit, hash brown. But I've been talking too much and they're cold. I'm going to go microwave them in a second. Play Fortnite. Okay. Sure. Wassup. Appreciate you dropping in. Thank you so much for being here. Getting on your train to Sweden this evening, going hiking for 2 weeks, no internet, just nature's beauty. Hey, Elias, that's a beautiful time. I hope you get to really relax and unwind. The blue light from the screens does a lot to us, and so I hope you really get to take a couple deep breaths in nature. Inhale that organic peace from the mountain and the trees, and I just send you all the good vibes, bro. That's beautiful. Lacking internet is not a downside. That is nothing but upside. And when you come back, we're still gonna be here. Play Fortnite, bussin'. I'll play Fortnite in a little bit, sure. How are you feeling about the Spider-Man set? Spider-Man's cool. I am not the biggest Spider-Man fan because I didn't grow up like reading the comics or watching the show or even playing the games. But I know how influential it is to like my friends and the rest of the community, and so I'm excited for the same thing with Final Fantasy. I'm excited for the people who are around me are in love with those things, and so I wanted to support them no matter what I do. Hey, what's up, Adri? Appreciate you dropping in. Really, how am I floating in midair? Well, you see, I am a goblin, and goblins have this amazing ability to just levitate. My bottom half is just completely missing, and it allows me to just be. If you meditate long enough, you can just start floating, I guess. Our store championship went 7 rounds yesterday, and I lost in the last rounds to stay at my game store till 11 p.m. and still got nothing. No! Cairo, I'm so sorry. Darkest timeline. Truly the darkest timeline. Okay. Bye! I hope you have a nice one. Thank you so much for being here, Audrey. Alright. We're gonna finish eating. We're gonna jump on some Fortnite. But, yeah. Does anybody else have any crazy plans today? You do anything fun? Are you Unreal in Reload? These are questions that I wish I had the answers to. I think that I'm a real, and I don't know. I can reload, but I don't. Oh, it is reload. Okay. I think that I'm a real, player. I don't know what that means. It's been been a little bit since I've played Fortnite, so bear with me. Oh, you are champion. What does champion mean? I'm so sorry. I just log on and I play and I lose, so I'm not 1000% on what these terms are. Maybe is that a rank? If I had to guess, because Unreal, Champion, those sound like ranks. Okay, so it is ranks. Mm-hmm. That's sick. Alright, well, let me see if I can set this up. Does that work? Probably not. Is this gonna be okay? Comment down below if you think this is gonna be okay. Can you see what I'm doing? Ranked 0 build. But yeah, I'm still gonna talk about Magic. Go over the Edge of Eternity stuff. Just gonna play some games. Chill out. What kind of skins I got? I don't think I have any skins. I think my brother bought me one skin, and then I got the skin for just playing. I think this is the free one. What's been your favorite card from Edge so far? Okay, so I think that for me personally, I'm really a huge fan of Pain for All. It's 3 mana aura you put on a creature, and whenever it's dealt damage, you can deal that much damage to any other target. And when it enters, it deals damage equal to its power to any target. So think about it like this: you get to put Screaming Nemesis on any creature, and then you can also ETB deal damage equal to its power to anything. So you're like, put it on a Screaming Nemesis, like bolt your face, and then attack. If you block, I deal you double damage. The card just seems so cool. I'm a huge fan of like most of the mechanics they're creating. I think they're all pretty unique, and I'm a brewer at heart, so like I really like the way they like red is super aggressive. I feel like some of the red cards could definitely slot into goblins. What's a good example of that? I kind of like the idea of the 4 mana dude, so that we can like warp a Krenko with haste, tap it, make dudes, and then the Krenko leaves so that he's protected. Hey, what's up? Appreciate you being here. Thank you so much for dropping in. I am not, as the kids say, cracked. I am just a man doing his best to survive. You're gonna see how not cracked I am. Let's see if I can just take a couple deep breaths to relax real quick. Oh, we'll do the wake up medicine. All right. I usually like to wait till the last second, and then we move. And away we go. So there's just one person here right now. But yeah, I'm overall very excited for Age of Eternities. I think this set's gonna be super sweet. Well, exactly how not cracked I am. I almost got him, but still warming up. I like to take my losses early. Take a deep breath, reset. Let's run it back. That's how I play Magic too. Sometimes you just gotta lose to win. You are clicks. Oh, did I mess it up? Happy for rotation as attorney brings. I agree. I think that rotation is something that's really important, and like eternal formats like Modern and Legacy, but I think the reason that we loved the Eternal formats was because they were pretty balanced. The wealth of old good cards was just so big that it was really hard for like the new sets to like really change too much. Usually it'd be like one or two pieces here and there. Uh, Nowadays, whenever a new Modern Horizon set or Modern exclusive set comes out, it's pseudo rotation, and so it's pretty tough. Let me see. Have you seen the new Full Art Basics? Yes. I agree. He had a shotgun. Shotgun's real good. Um, what I should have done is I should have used the bones to summon the doggo, but I missed a couple of my shots. I usually feel pretty comfortable in a 1v1 versus a shotgun. If I dodge a couple shots, then I can probably just like spray more damage than they can. Also, my movement's a little bit rusty. It's been a while since I played Fortnite. I all this to say that I can do better. Um, I really enjoy not having to worry too much about like what busted things are in the format. As somebody who plays goblins, it just feels really good to just be focused on your game plan and not being super scared about what your opponent's doing. Playing and testing a deck right now, and I can cast Rakdos joins up, returning Yargle and Multani, and then cast Fling on it at 40 damage. That is so fucking cool. That's fucking awesome. That's the kind of stuff that we need to be doing in Magic. Come on. Why are we doing anything else? We should just be doing that, goddammit. So excited for Edge of Eternities. I'm 100% going for the Ancient Tomb Gemstone Caverns. They're so gorgeous. I agree. Those cards look ridiculously cool. Alright, we gotta get our movement warmed up. Take another deep breath. Gotta get our slides down. So sprint slide, sprint slide, sprint slide. Maximizes the amount of time you have your sprint for. Sprint jump, slide, sprint jump, slide, sprint jump, slide, sprint jump, slide, jump, sprint. That's what it is. Slide, jump, slide. And we can just do that around people while shooting. Like to wait till the end. My personal favorite place to go is the mountain right here. Let's see if I can mark it. If you ever get to land in Fortnite, you should land right here. Just because I feel like not a lot of people do land here early, and there's just so much good stuff here. I did not play Clash of Clans, sadly. I'm so ready to edge on the turkeys. Sadly, I'm in the middle of nowhere in Swedish during the pre-release week. Oh, no. That's so rough. I'm so sorry. Hey, you know what? I'm going to be live streaming pre-release. I know it's not the same, but at least you'll be able to, like, have the option if you want to watch pre-release. Like, the worst thing is when you want to participate and there's just not anything around to participate in. Like, that's the worst. I'm very blessed to live in the United States, especially where I live. We have so much magic. Like, and it makes me just so happy. Because, like, the magic community is, like, literally brought me all my friends. Like, they're just amazing. Okay, so this might be crazy. But I think I want this auto shotgun. over the SMG. Ooh, this can be my sniper. This can be this. I see you. Oh, he got out. Or at least he was acting like he got out. He did. He was in the passenger seat. He was smart and left. Oh, damn it. I love dealing damage with the car because it's just like your health doesn't change. It only hurts the car and you can just grab another one. All right. What I really don't want is this. Now we can go back. But that was lame. I got stuck twice. Jeez. I mean, I broke the shield. They must have just run away. Probably going this way if I gotta be honest. So this is all fine. Yeah, let's just be smart about this. Alright, so no wheels for that car. I should have just shot the wheels off that car when we first got there. That was That was the plan. Alright, they went out the other way, which is fine. So we're looking for two things. We're looking for med kits. We're also looking for a better sniper. I think they probably got this one. Let's check. No. How does nobody know about this shit? I would rather have these, and then for this, I'd rather have this. Yeah. Sorry, bro. Yeah, we'll take this, I guess. Reload. Alright. Don't look at chat while driving. Train leaves, trying to head out. No worries. I really appreciate you. Till then, maximum 2 weeks. Stay goblining. Hey, you know what? I hope you're safe. And just, one step at a time. Don't do anything crazy, because remember, you're out in a place that you're not used to. Go have some fun. You deserve to relax. And, yeah, I hope you enjoy your trip. I'll be here when you get back. Nothing but good vibes. Send you all the good energy. Let's see if we can... okay. Let's see if we can drink some coffee while driving. No trees. Okay. I see one over there. Made the smart play. Oh, dude. Please, give me the move mechanic all day. Cool. Got another health cap. I'm gonna definitely take this over that. And big shield, no. Yeah, I think that's right. Crazy as it is. Yeah, so Edge of Eternities is going to be kind of insane. It's definitely going to slow the format down, so I'm excited to see what aggro decks come out, because of course the good aggro decks all got banned. Quote unquote good. which probably leaves goblins in like one of the best spots in the meta, honestly. Oh, why are you so good? Okay, let's do this. You know what? Who needs heals, right? We just need movement mechanics. I definitely fucked that up. Let's reload both these things and then go catch him. Oh, my controller died. No, darkest timeline. And my Wi-Fi is going down. This is the cost of living on a farm. Much rather have the shotgun. Oh, good game. Okay, well, the controller went down and the Wi-Fi crashed, but that was a good one. It wasn't half bad. Wish there was a circular energy in the south. Yeah, it would be amazing. What is goblins getting taken away from rotation? I know scamp. Yeah, so lists right now are kind of rotating away from scamp. They're not even really playing it anymore. It's like the cards that we're losing are Squee, which we haven't played in a while, Scamp, which like is rotating from like people just playing different one drops, because we have so many goblin one drops. And then the third one is we're losing the 2 mana Lord Horde Master, which is a kind of a big deal, but we have Goblin Aura Flame and we have Painter Studio in the format, which both are like 2 mana Lords but only on attack. Have I ever played Enter the Gungeon? That seems pretty cool. Do you play Clash or Clans? No, I do not. It sounds dope though. I think I played Clash when I was like younger. I think it was like late middle school, early high school. I'm not quite sure. Let's run it back. We can do better. We need to get a win. I believe in us. Oh, what else could we play? We could play Elder. We could play like the Night Rain game. You know what? Let's play the Night Rain game. I think that was enough Fortnite. Let's close this. Let's go. Because Night Rain will probably be a little bit easier on my Wi-Fi anyways. We could also play Apex Legends or Chivalry 2. But Elder Ring Night Rain is pretty cool. Is Dungeons and Drag... It's Dungeon Crawler with guns is the main weapon. Pretty fun, kind of tough. That sounds dope. I like dungeon crawlers. Dungeon crawling is fun. Anything where you get a good challenge is it's a great game. All right, we're gonna try to beat a boss. Oh. Hashtag not sponsored. Bandai Namco. Oh my god. We got batteries right there if our remote dies again. It was just I was very surprised. I was in the middle. I was like, I'm gonna get this guy, and then my remote died. I was like, wait, why am I just staring at the trees? Night Rain. Oh, you got a dressing room? I don't care. My characters all wear the same thing. All right, time to get this sentient pest thing. Not quite the most sure about how to do it, but we're gonna do it. Apex is fun. Yeah, Apex is cool. I like to play the team deathmatch version, where we pick our guns in the start and then we run at each other. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. I like Apex. I spent a lot of time on Call of Duty Zombies back in the day. When we first ever console was an Xbox 360. It was my brother's. He asked for it for Christmas. We live on a farm, so I've never like felt like I could ask for video games. Um, or like never thought I could have video games. So I um I would always, you know, not ask for things, and my brother would be like, "Hey, like, what? Why don't we ask for an Xbox? We don't have internet." Like at the time, we didn't have internet, but we could like play the games on the CDs. And well, someone already left. There's only two of us. Okay. Oh, there's a third for sure. Um, and yeah, my brother asked for my brother asked for Christmas to get an Xbox, and I was like, "Oh, dude, they're not gonna get us that." And then my parents were insanely cool, and like, I just like never thought that my dad's like a carpenter, my mom's like super like, they're both very conservative, which is not quite how I feel, but I respect that that's their beliefs because you can, I think that like respect comes from like a place of love, and love is like just an appreciation for life or like everything, right? Like so like I love my parents, so I'm willing to respect their differences and opinions, because maybe I'm the exact opposite of all that. But um, what was I saying? Yeah, so my parents super against screens, super against like all that stuff. They're like, oh, technology, no, it's mind rot, and so I was always reading books. I was always doing things outside, because that's all we really had access to. And then my brother was the first person to be like, hey, like technology's good, and my mom was like, okay, well, you know, he's the baby, or he's her. Like I'm the oldest child. She loves me, but like Cole's the baby of the family. Like, not the baby. That's the wrong term. He's the like the one that mom's like, oh, she coos over him. Um, and so when he asked for oh, when he asked for it, it was crazy because like if I asked for it, they might have been like, oh, like TV screen's bad, but I'm always grateful for Cole because like he says the things that I don't feel like I can. He sticks up for me. He's my best friend. He's fucking dope. Oh my god, not the dog. Time for the floor two, boss. Wish me. Hey, you got this. I believe in you. Go get him. Mm. No, it's okay. It's okay. You didn't lose. I don't. It's a figment of your imagination. You actually won. It's gonna be like a much longer fight than you thought. This was the first phase. You have like 9 lives, and you just got to go back and keep going. All right, I'm sorry, doggo. I don't want to do this. But you're so fast and you do so much damage, and I'm at no health. All right, healing up. Man, just fire mages are fucked. So I'm going into the back entrance. Yeah, I didn't get any of that XP because I wasn't able to do much. I will say these red mages are legit. I am on my way. No, no, fucked on by the bats. I was like, I can kill a bat. You can definitely tell that I'm newer at this game than the other game. Instantly lost. Hey, no worries. It's okay. You got this next time. I believe in you. Take a deep breath. Reset. You got this. That's my, I don't want to say my motto, but like that's what I say about everything in life. Sometimes you just gotta take a deep breath, reset how you're thinking, come at it from a new perspective. Oh, that dude on the hill's gonna fucking kill me if I go by him. I always run the wrong way there. Alright, my friends are carrying me. Oh no. I ran the wrong way. I always forget there's a second set of stairs here. I think that for some reason it just stops. And then I'm like, wait. Alright. Okay. I understand you're frustrated. Let's talk about this. Oh, god damn it. Okay. Run away! Back to the bats. I think this is the lowest amount of runes that I've ever had. Just like strictly doing nothing, but... Get him, Jebediah. Alright, gotta get some runes. Sorry, old miner guy. Okay, let's, that tunnelation guide gave us no stuff. It's kind of crazy. Okay. His hammer's too big, it's warping space and time. Much better. So much more health. Oh my god. Delena, no! Giant bubbles are forming. This is not good. Delena, no! How dare you hurt Jelena? How dare you hurt Jelena? I am not impressed. Okay, that's more impressive. Jump attack. Okay. Yeah, that one's dead. Now we gotta find the other ones. Hell yeah. Now we just gotta find the ancient heroes of Ymor. There might be more ancient heroes of Ymor. Oh, this thing doesn't like me. I should have not healed first. Beautiful. Ymor. Ymor down. Hell yeah. Okay, jellyfish. I can sense your anger. I will leave now, this wretched place. Yeah, we're gonna be doing some boss fights. I overshot it, no. Oh, it was the church, that makes sense. Jebediah, no. And there's another church? Or is this a castle? Ooh, that's what I want to do. Slipstream, baby. Oh, so close. I love not taking fall damage in this game. It's so cool. What does this do? No clue what this does. I mean, that's cool. My FP never regenerates, so... I see the knight. That's not good. Let's see what we can find. Before I run straight into the thing, I'm gonna stop. Put this lid back on this. Keep the fucking flies off it. Fruit flies are crazy. Yeah, you know, oh shit. We're already here. Oh, you know what? I totally just ran up to something I didn't need to. Yep. Yep, that's 1000% what happened. Run away. Alright, it's focusing time. Oh my god. My damn remote died again. Okay, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get way over here. I'm gonna take my batteries out. Put 2 new batteries in. Oh, please don't leave. Whatever you do, don't leave. Restart the remote. Put the thing in. Alright. The double stabby is really good. Stabby, stab, stab, stabby, stab. Hey, you got this. I believe in you. Jesus Christ. Yeah, what's really important is that we don't have to keep using our healing potions. Okay. Gladly trade. Get my friend up so that I can... Perfect. Very nice. Okay. Hell yeah. Hey, you fucking did it. Congrats, congrats, congrats. Absolutely did it. Legend. Yeah, I got a lot of this stuff is like notes to myself, like what I gotta do tomorrow, the kind of videos I want to make. It looks messy, I know, but this is my workspace. Guard counter. Yeah, improved dodging is important. Day 2. Okay. Man, I just got here. Hell yeah. guess we don't really need that. You already killed it? What the hell? Working with some legends here. Oh, this fucking guy. But my rock. Good fucking shit. Run. Do 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 do. Oh, something's up here. Took a chunk out of him. Oh, I'm getting fucked on by two of them. Oh no. I was like, I can knock him out. Nope. Definitely not. Should've just ran a circle. It's okay, we had to try. Okay, okay. I am not here to fight you, sir. Just here to pick up the stuff from my dead body. Oh, he's holding them? This motherfucker. Run! I'll get you. Don't worry, I'll come back for you. I need those runes. Oh! Well, I didn't plan to do that, but I guess this is what we're doing now. We're definitely not gonna fight this giant crab. Crabs can't climb, right? Fingers crossed. Not looking behind me. I would think that would be very scary if I just see like a giant crab crawling up the side of the mountain towards me. Ooh, that's pretty scary. I'm running away from that as well. That's the one thing about this game is if you're not looking where you're going, you can definitely run into some pretty bad bosses. Oh, this is going the opposite direction that I need to go. Okay. More runes, please. No wolves, no. Bad wolves, bad wolves. I do not want to get in a fight with some dogs right now. Running. Alright, so now we're working together to do something. Oh, that's right. Evergel. God damn it. Oh, damn. They were so close. Is there a chance we just run in there? Blink twice if you've been kidnapped. No, I'm playing this with my own accord. Somewhat sillily, but with my own accord. Because I'm gonna stop singing. Okay, we found the main enemies. These snake people. Damn, these are much tougher than they look. Maybe that was like the strongest one. Okay. That one's definitely the toughest one. It's got the biggest head. Okay, Mr. Candlestick Wielder. Oh, baby. Who gave the worm a sword? That's my question. Who was like, you know what makes this dragon stronger? A fucking sword. Because they're right. It's a little bit too good. Worms are traditionally dragons that don't have wings. Mm. Like, that's like a horribly effective attack. Again, worms, dragons, very smart, very capable. Did not need a sword. This thing's like, I forged this blade from obsidian, pulled from the depths of hell. It's pretty dope. Pretty dope. Okay. Oh. Well, that was Night Rain. Played a little bit of Fortnite. Talked a little bit about Magic. All right, let's go over favorite cards from Edge of Eternities before we finish this off. Closing Night Rain. Really appreciate y'all hanging out with me. MTG spoiler. So let's just go over Mythic Spoiler together. Let's see if I can make these cards big enough for y'all to see. See how that looks on the screen. Yeah, y'all kind of know. Y'all kind of know what it is. So, first off, I think this entire top line is very good. I think that this card is going to be one of the best cards in the set. Let's see if I can go back. Open image in new tab. What does that do? Kind of also makes it hard to see. Okay, so we're just going to do it like this then. I think that Tannock's Steadfast Second is really good. Being able to give all your other creatures haste and warp anything from your hand into play, it's very strong. I could see a Through the Breach style deck playing Tannock being huge. Like red green, you put a Crater Hoof Behemoth into play. It's just really strong. I could play it in Goblins. Like, there's just a bunch of different applications. Just a 4-mana 3/5 is not the greatest, but giving all your other stuff haste gives it a huge amount of synergy with the rest of the deck that you're going to build. And then artifact cards and red cards in your hand have Warp 3. It's not just creatures. So, like, you can put... I guess you can't do Crater Hoof because it's not red. That's good to know. But you can, like, the biggest, dumbest artifact that you have, you just throw it right into play. Like, it just seems really strong. I'm a huge fan of, like, Devour, so this Famished World Sire, 8 mana for an 0/0/0 with Ward 3. Devour land 3, so as it enters, you can sack any number of lands. It enters with 3 times that many 1/1 counters on it. So let's say you sack 8 lands, right, because it's 8 mana. Then it enters with 24 counters on it. That's pretty good. And when it enters, you look at the top X cards of your library, where X is this creature's power. Put any number of lands from among them on the battlefield, tap, then shuffle. Then you look at the top 24 cards of your library and just throw them right into play. I think it's pretty decent. So Thera seems really cool in like a control style deck, where you're like blue-black or Esper control. So Thera keeps your opponent's death triggers from happening, and no, it's Grave Pact. So this would be my bad. I thought it was like Leyline of the Void, but it's not. This is basically a Grave Pact that you play in like your Aristocrat style deck, and then whenever your creatures die, your opponent has to exile a creature that they control. So you probably just play tokens and you sacrifice a bunch of fodder, and then you use the fodder in order to just exile your opponent's good creatures. When they run out of creatures, you get to take one of their best creatures and put it into play. This probably seems the best against mono green, when they have like all these big dudes but not a lot of fodder. So you can just get their good cards, like kill their mana dork on curve, then make them exile their big creatures, and then just cast them with 2 extra counters for free, or cast the one of them with 2 extra counters for free. So I think it has a lot of play. Quantum Riddler is 5 mana for a 4/6 with flying. When it enters, you draw. As long as you have 1 or fewer cards in hand, if you draw 1 or more cards, you draw that many cards plus 1 instead. And you warp it for 2. So again, it's just a lot of really cool stuff. Lots of brewing gonna happen. Like, that's really good with a with a discard synergy. Like, if you have a free discard outlet and then you also have a Monument to Endurance, it does go in landfall. You're right. Famished World Sire is gonna kill in landfall. Quantum Riddler is gonna be pretty decent in like a discard deck, where you're able to just like, have 1 card in hand, pitch it with a Quantum Riddler in play, Activate Monument Endurance to draw. Draw 2 instead. Exalted Sunborn is basically just an anointed procession, like in Elspeth Sun's. Like, there's like a lot of token doublers right now. You got Exalted Sunborn, you got Elspeth Storm's Wrath, whatever it's called. You got a lot of really interesting cards. Cosmic Grand Zenith is whenever you cast your second spell, create 2/1/1s, or put a 1/1 counter on each creature you control. Like, I could see that being the new Monastery Mentor in the Jeskai, what is it called? Agatha VV Cauldron deck, like, right? Like, this is maybe your 5th or 6th VV. Like, it doesn't have like a huge amount of payoff, but like you're casting multiple spells in a turn, use it to build a board and then buff it up. Weft Walking, I think, is super cool. 6 mana for an enchantment. When it enters, if you cast it, shuffle your library and your graveyard into your library, then draw 7. First spell each player casts during each of their turns may be cast without paying their mana cost. And it's just insane. Like, you can cast an Omniscience with this. Like, let's say you're able to, like, somehow cheat this into play. Then your next turn, you're able to just cast Omniscience. Your opponent does get to play with it first, but I think that as long as you have, like, a counter... Like, yeah, I know it sounds crazy, but, like, blue-green ramp, you get to hold up a Spell Piercer or Negate after casting the Weft Walking, and then you have the opportunity to just sit there and, like, win with the rest of the game. Like, you get to cast your threats for free and then hold up your removal and interaction. It seems really good. Aphrael at 5 mana for a 3/3 ward. Discard a card at random. Void. Whenever it attacks, if a non-land permanent left the battlefield this turn, or a spell was warped this turn, defending player loses half their life. And this is not a deal damage trigger, it's an attack trigger, so they can always chump this and they still lose the life. Devastating Onslaught, double X and red for sorcery. Create X tokens that are copies of target artifact or creature you control. Those tokens gained haste until end of turn. Sack them at the beginning of the next end step. So, like, there's a lot of really cool stuff you can do. It does take a lot of mana, but you have the ability to just, like, make a bunch of Howl Squad heavies, and then as long as you have max speed, they all tap for mana, and then maybe you cast another one. Like, it just seems like such a cool, like, definitely a commander card. Probably not constructed playable, but, like make copies of Screaming Nemesis, right? Like, there's so many cool things you can do. Ouroboreid is 4 mana for a 1/3 plant worm. Beginning combat on your turn, put X 1/1 counters on each creature you control, where X is this creature's power. So, yeah, you start off by putting 1 counter on all your stuff if you don't have a pump spell. Then you put 2 counters on all your stuff. Then you put 3 counters, and then 4 and 5 and 6, and it just is a permanent Crater Hoof eventually, and that's kind of insane. The mythics all look really impactful. The rares I'm kind of going to jump around about. Pain for All was the one that I really enjoyed. So Pain for All is 3 mana aura, enchant creature you control. When this aura enters, enchanted creature deals damage equal to its power to any other target. Whenever enchanted creature is dealt damage, it deals that much damage to each opponent. It's just, like, kind of insane. But you get to make anything a Screaming Nemesis. That's ridiculous. I really like Exu Ifit, which is a 3 mana 2/3 legend. Tap, return a creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield. It's a skeleton in addition to its other types and has no abilities. Activate only as a sorcery. Like, this is crazy because you bring something giant back, right? And then you just blink it, or you can do a bunch of different things to it. But, like, the way I look at this is you can just tap to bring back, like, the Algavoth, and that's a 9/9. Like, you can, like, bring back giant things really quickly, and then if you have some way, if you're playing, like, black-white, or... Because we've seen the flicker decks be pretty big. You can, like, flicker the creature that you bring back, and then you just have it. It's just there. It's really good. I think this card's underappreciated right now, but people are going to build around it, and then people will see what's up. Starwinder, I think, is, like, a strict upgrade over Enduring Curiosity. Like, it won't be as good in the blue-black deck, but overall, being able to draw that many cards whenever damage is dealt to your... So it's a 7 mana 7/7, Leviathan. Whenever a creature you control deals combat damage to a player, you may draw that many cards. Warp 4. So for 4 mana, you get to have that effect for 1 turn. Again, if you blink it or you flicker it, then you get to keep it forever. 7 mana, you get to keep it, like, it's a 7/7. It just stays in the battlefield. I think that this card is ridiculous because let's say you have a board of, like, a 2/2 and a 3/3, right? You play this on turn 4 for its warp cost. You attack. You draw 5 cards. What if it's just insane. I'm imagining in Commander, right, where you have a Reliquary Tower out and you can draw half your deck, and you're like, this is fine, pass it over. Like, kind of insane. Pinnacle Starcage is 3 mana for an artifact. When this creature enters, exile all creatures and artifacts with mana value 2 or less until this artifact leaves the battlefield. 8 mana. Put each card exiled with this artifact into its owner's graveyard. Then create a 2/2 closed robot artifact creature token for each card put in the graveyard this way. Sacrifice this artifact. So, like, you have shenanigans where it's not exile, it's like just put in your graveyard, so you can reanimate it with like tune-up and stuff. You make a bunch of bodies from their stuff. You do need 8 mana for that. But this is like temporary lockdown, and then in the late game, it's also a threat. So it's pretty sweet. Ice Till Explorer is a 4 mana 2/4 Insect Scout. You may play an additional land on each of your turns. You may play lands from your graveyard. Whenever land you control enters, mill a card. Like, this just seems great. Like, Q Ballstar. Like, it's just kind of ridiculous. What commando you playing? Magic. Magic the Gathering. Requiem Monolith is really sweet. It's a 3 mana artifact that taps until end of turn. Target creature gains. Whenever this creature is dealt damage, you draw that many cards and lose that much life. That creature's controller may have this artifact deal 1 damage to it. Activate only as a sorcery. So, like, you target something that you know is going to die, and then you attack with it, and then they eat it, but then you get to draw cards. Like, I think this is totally fine. Moonlit Meditation is super sick because it's a 3 mana aura. Enchant an artifact or creature you control. The first time you would create 1 more tokens each turn, you may instead create that many tokens that are copies of enchanted permanent. So, like, what I was thinking about, right, is what if we target our Howl Squad Heavy, and then we tap our Krenko, and then we make, like, what's the commander? Oh, I misunderstood this question. So right now we like playing General Kriat, Mogma, or Wart Bogart Auntie is another commander that we really enjoy. My favorite commander of all time is Crush the Bloodbraided. Crush the Bloodbraided, Heartless Agetsu. I like 5-color Joda, the one that's Fist of Suns in the command zone, because then I'm able to just play. I have a stipulation in that deck where it's just bad planeswalkers and board wipes, and the whole point of the game is to just get to like the late game with my bad planeswalkers and watch people be like, damn, I'm losing to like 5 bad planeswalkers because I don't really play the good ones. But yeah, I have a bunch of different commander decks, but those are like the main ones. What's up, dude? Hey, what's up? Appreciate you dropping in. Still love my second card death. Yeah, dude. Second card is so sweet. I think that was from the same pre-con as Prosh the Sky Raider. It was, I think I bought Prosh the Sky Raider, but I didn't like the dragon, so I swapped it out for second card to begin with. And then I went from second card to Crash when I was looking for like other Jund legends to play. Let me see. So Moonlit Meditation is really cool. Put it on something, tap Krenko, make a bunch of copies of whatever you put it on. Lightstall Inquisitor is like the best card in the Blink deck. It's 1 mana for a 2/1 Vigilance. When this creature enters, each opponent exiles a card from their hand and may play that card for as long as it remains exiled. Each spell cast this way costs 1 more to cast. Each land played this way enters tapped. So they took away Screaming Nightmare, and they gave us this card. They're like, this is fine. Nothing bad's going to happen. They're going to blink the hell out of this now. The cool thing about this is we can kill it in response. Hopeless Nightmare did so much without having to be interacted with. Basically, an aristocrat deck. Yeah, aristocrats are hot. That's busted with Avenger of Zendikar. I agree. Avenger of Zendikar, yeah, you put this on Avenger of Zendikar, and then you make more tokens, and you make more copies of Avenger of Zendikar. It's kind of insane. Yeah, besides that, we got a lot of other really cool cards. Like, this is a 1 mana spacecraft that does like relevant things. 1 mana artifact with station. You can tap creatures at sorcery speed to put charge counters on this equal to its power. When it has a certain number of charge counters, it gains a certain ability. you can tap two, or when it has two charge counters on it, you get to beginning a combat on your turn. Up to one other target artifact you control becomes an artifact creature with base power and toughness 2/2 and gains flying. At 9 charge counters, it gets flying and vigilance, and it becomes a 4/4. 1 mana artifacts are traditionally busted, and I'm looking for anything in the set to become really dumb. And I think that Synthesizer's Lab Ship is like one of those cards. Another one is Loading Zone. So all these station effects use a lot of power, but Loading Zone really circumvents that really well. 4 mana for an enchantment. 4 more counters will be put on a creature, spacecraft, or planet you control. Twice that many of each of those kinds of counters are put on it instead. And so it's got Warp 1. So I think that like you have like a 3/3, right? You have to get like 6 charge counters on something. You warp it, you tap your 3/3, you put 6 counters on it. It's already activated. Like it's already active. So I think that Loading Zone is going to be integral to these spaceship and planet decks, but it's going to be dependent on like how the format shakes out. Hard Light Containment is 1 mana. This is basically a Chain to the Rocks, but it's for an artifact. So in Eternal formats, you can put it on a Darksteel Citadel, and that's really good. But in Standard, you just got to find like the most difficult to remove artifact, and you just stick it on the thing. It exiles target creature and opponent controls till this aura leaves. Enchant a permanent as Ward 1. Not as good as Sheltered by Ghosts, but Sheltered by Ghosts number 3/4 or 4/5. Besides that, I think that the rest of the rares are like real powerful. We're just gonna go over like the ones I think are gonna be super big. Sorry. Memenon, the right hand, is 5 mana for 3/4 flyer. You may look at the top card of your library anytime. You may cast artifact spells from the top of your library. Artifacts you control have tap of blue. Spend this mana only to cast a spell from anywhere other than your hand. This card's insane because it allows your artifact deck to have something to play to the late game. Being able to cast spells off the top of your library is kind of like a Mystic Forge style effect. And then it's got the Urza Lord High Artificer text, but it's got it the fixed way where it's a tap ability on the card, on the creature itself that it gains. Sorry. The tap is not something that Memenon has. A tap is something that the artifact gains. And so artifact creatures will not be able to tap the turn that they come in. However, all your other artifacts do work the way that Urza Lord High Artificer does. And so this is, in Standard, your Urza. Corral of the Void, I think, is really good. Being able to, on an attack, steal a creature out of the defending player's graveyard, put on your battlefield, and then, like, you can do that for as long as they have, as long as you've had things leave the battlefield this turn. Might Form Harmonizer is cool because it's a 4 mana 4/4. Whenever a land you control enters double the power of target creature you control into end of turn, and it's got Warp 3. What I'm thinking about this is, like, you have a Tifa, you play a Might Form Harmonizer with Warp, then you play a Evolving Wilds or Fabled Passage. You crack it. Tifa doubles power to 2. This doubles Tifa's power to 4. The land enters. 4 goes to 8, and then 8 goes to 16, and that's a turn 4 16 with no pump spells. Beyond the Quiet is going to be the new Starfall. I think that the other one, ending the turn, is good, but exiling is much better than Destroy. So I think Beyond the Quiet is going to be great. 0 Point Ballad is going to be like the best board wipe in black, especially because in the top end you're able to reanimate stuff. I'm just flying through it now. Rust Harvester is going to be great because it's a good attacker in the early game, just getting chip shots in. Then as soon as it can't attack, you're going to start recycling stuff and throwing them at their face. Terra Symbiosis gives green decks a great way to draw cards, which is very powerful. And Emissary Escort is going to be crazy because we have a bunch of affinity for artifact things that are like big. Like we have a 7 mana affinity for artifact spell, so we could go like turn 2 Emissary Escort, turn 3, maybe not turn 3. 1 mana artifact on 1. Turn 2 we play this. Turn 3 we play. Turn 3 we have 3 mana and 2 artifacts. That's 5. So we can't quite play it on 3. But let's say we like play the other card with affinity for artifacts on 3. Because we have 2 artifacts and 3 mana, we can play a 5-drop. Then it's a 5/4 on turn 3, and we attack. for 5, they go to 15. Then next turn we cast the 7 drop. And then this is 7 plus 5. That's 12 on turn 4. Like, I can definitely see Affinity being a real deck with cards like this. Because Affinity's got a lot of tools that just haven't been played or haven't had a reason to be played. Frenzied Bailoff is going to make mono green aggro a deck. Mark my words. Terminal Velocity is through the breach in standard, which is super cool. Esteli Reclaimer is amazing because it allows you to bring back non-creature, non-land permanent with mana value X or less, where X is the amount of mana spent to cast a spell. So you can 3 mana bring a 3 or 2 or a 1 back, 5 mana anything 5 or less back. Besides that, the uncommons are pretty, like, not the greatest. The ones that I kind of want to point out are the removal spells. Setup is 1 mana, exile target non-land permanent opponent controls with mana value 2 or less until this enchantment leaves, which is ridiculous. This is a harder to kill portable hole. Full Bore is amazing because if you warp something huge, you can give trample and haste and +3/+2 until the end of turn. We're just kind of flying now. Feller's Faithful is Power Cooked Ravenous Chupacabra because you can kill your own thing to draw 2. 3 mana, 3/1. When it enters, destroy up to 1 other target creature. If that creature wasn't dealt damage this turn, its controller draws 2. It's very strong. Edge Rover is 1 mana, 2/2 with reach. When it dies, each player creates a lander token. So this is a better Grizzly Bear. Cerebral Download is 5 mana instant Surveil X, where X is the number of artifacts you control, then draw 3. I think this card's gonna be really good. Hymn of the Faller, 2 mana sorcery, surveil 1, then draw 1, then you lose 1. But if a non-land permanent left, you draw 2 instead. So 2 mana draw 2 with surveil 1. It's like super big. I also really enjoyed some of this removal. Oh yeah, 3 mana sorcery, Ruinous Rampage. Deals 3 damage to each opponent, or you exile all artifacts with mana value 3 or less. Kind of crazy. Annul is back, so you can, for 1 mana, counter an artifact or enchantment. Tragic Trajectory is 1 mana for a sorcery. Target creature gets -2/-2. Void. If that creature gets -10/-10. Instead, if a non-land permanent left the battlefield this turn or a spell was warped. So this is your Tragic Slip. That's a sorcery speed, but yeah, it's just strictly worse Tragic Slip. I guess on the front side it deals 1. It gets -1 more than Tragic Slip in exchange for being a sorcery and hitting less power toughness when Revolt is triggered. So it's slightly different, but strictly worse. But this is worth noting because of the fact that it could be played. Emergency Eject is really cool because this is a take on Generous Gift. 3 mana instant, destroy target non-land permanent. Its controller creates a lander token. So instead of giving them the 3/3, you give them the Rampant Growth that they have to spend mana on in the future. I think that's pretty decent. Besides that, a Timeline Color is cool because it's a 2 mana 2/2 with haste. You may cast this from your graveyard using its warp ability. You can pay a black and 2 life. So like you basically have another style of what's the Mossword Dread Knight? So this might be like mono black or green black aggro. Has like some play with this. There's a couple other ones that I wanted to point out. I think they're pretty decent. Diplomatic Relations is sweet. 3 mana instant. Target creature gets +1/+0 and gains vigilance until end of turn. It deals damage equal to its power to target creature and opponent controls. This is just really sweet because you're able to target their creature and then it gets bigger and then you kill their, kill another creature, or they can kill that same creature. It's pretty good, and it's in green. It's like some of the best removal in green. And I think they're going to errata that as soon as the set comes out, which is crazy. Besides that, I'm just looking for the Bolt. I think it's like... You have a lot of really, really powerful like artifact cards coming out. A lot of artifact synergies. Anytime we do an artifact set, there's just a lot of stuff that like slips through the cracks that people don't really expect to be good. Cryogen Relic is another... oh my god, what's the card? mycosynth something. 2 mana for a artifact. When this artifact enters or leaves, you draw, pay 2, sack it this artifact, put a stun counter on one tap, up to one tapped creature. And it says up to, so you don't have to target something. This card is really sick because you're able to just ice something down. Worst case scenario, you pay it for 2 mana, draw a card, sack it for 2 mana, draw a card. So it's a divination that sits there on the battlefield. It's going to be a pauper all-star because you can play this next to, there's another card that's also a common 2 mana. Icar Wells? No, it's not. I'm trying to remember the name. 2 mana, artifact, when it enters or leaves, you draw a card. And that's the whole text on the other card. So this is like kind of strictly better, even though it's more restrictive in the colors that you have to play. Plasma Bolt is really, really cool. Because it's a 1 mana shock. It's a sorcery, but if a void was triggered, if a non-land permanent left the battlefield, or you warped this turn, you deal 3 damage instead. So sorcery speed bolt in standard, is it going to be good enough? I don't know. Another card I'm really high on is Sammy's Curiosity. It's 1 mana, you gain 2 life, create a lander token. What this reminds me of is this is like an adventure spell, right? Sammy's Curiosity I look at as an adventure spell. For 1 mana, you get to cast the first half of it, which is, I would like to gain 2 life. And then, your card is exiled with adventure, and the adventure side of it is pay 2 mana, sack an artifact, the adventure half of it is just rampant growth. Sammy's Curiosity gives you a rampant growth and gains you 2 life. So I feel like together, with these two halves of these effects, this card's actually really good. You could look at it as a 3 mana ramp spell, or you could look at it as 1 mana gain 2 life, 2 mana ramp. And I think that in your first 2 turns, right, sometimes you want to be doing, like, you have nothing else to do. So you're like, gain 2 life, create a lander token, turn 2, sack the lander token, ramp. I think that's a really good spot to be in. This card's going to, like, power up a bunch of, like, ramp synergies. Like, having rampant growth in standard is busted. And you have to set it up, but I think that, like, if you go turn 1 this and a turn 2 crack the lander token, you're casting a 4-drop on 3. And that's really good. Oh yeah, Temporal Intervention is 3 mana for a Thoughtseize that doesn't lose you 2 life. Instead, it is 3 mana. And if you have Void triggered, then it's just 1 mana. So it's 1 mana Thoughtseize if something left the battlefield this turn. And then, yeah, like, it's just 1 mana Thoughtseize. So you just have to have a way to trigger basically Revolt or to Warp. And then you can cast Thoughtseize in standard with no downside, which is kind of ridiculous. Yeah, the rest of the commons and uncommons are up on Mythic Spoiler if you want to look at them. I think a lot of these cards are going to be super impactful. The biggest ones, I think, are like the Space-Time Anomaly. 4 mana sorcery, target player mills cards equal to your life total. I think that in a mid-range soup format, I think that mill is going to be one of the best decks because they just play counter magic, they play board wipes, and they play just enough mill spells to kill you. And we have Town from Final Fantasy, we have the Water Crystal, Space-Time Anomaly. Like, we have a lot of really decent mill spells right now. Pinnacle Emissary is like the new Saheeli from War of the Spark. It's the new Seasoned Pyromancer in Artifacts. This card just does so much. Being able to just, like, play it for 1 mana, cast all your free spells in Modern, make a bunch of tokens. Like, in Standard, this is going to be the thing that turns on all your Affinity for Artifact stuff. And, yeah, I'm just excited. The other 2 cards I think are going to be really important are going to be Singularity Rupture and Mutinous Massacre. So they're both kind of expensive, but again, we're kind of going into a mid-range soup format, so I think that the bigger, splashier spells are going to be really powerful. Singularity Rupture is 6 mana, double black, blue, and 3 generic. Destroy all creatures, then any number of target players, each mill half their library rounded down. That's really good, you know? That's really good. Again, Esper Mill maybe? Like, there's going to be so many cool things to do in this next format, the format post-rotation. Mutinous Massacre is 7 mana. It's double black, double red, 3 generic. Sorcery. Choose odd or even. Destroy each creature with the mana value of the chosen quality, then gain control of all creatures until end of turn. Untap them, they gain haste until end of turn. 0 is even. So you just kind of can permanently kill your opponent's really busted stuff, then you take it, and you can kill them. Thoughts on... I think that, honestly, Mill is going to be really busted, right? Like, I kind of disagree with the sentiment that Mill's not going to be fast enough. Like, we have so many busted removal spells, and, like, blue-white life gain now it has Mill attached to it because of Hope from Final Fantasy. Super excited. Cosmogoyf, anytime they put a Tarmogoyf in Standard, it's gonna be good. The rest of these cards are very powerful. Kind of just want to hit a couple colorless cards. I'm going to call it a day. I think that Thrumming Hivepool is going to be an amazing build around. It's got affinity for slivers, so we got to get slivers in order to make it work. But I think that this card is dumb. Like, if you're able to, like, use the blue leyline to change all the creatures in your deck to slivers, and then you're able to, like, get 6 slivers in play, or even 3 slivers, and then just, like play a sliver turn 1, sliver turn 2, and then turn 3, like, have 3 lands, Thrumming Hivepool. Like, I think that, like, rabbits or goblins could become slivers with the ley line, and then this is just dumb. It gives all your stuff double strike and haste, and then you get to make 2 1/1s at your upkeep. It's kind of busted. Dawnsire Sunstar Dreadnought. You're going to play this with the green dinosaur that has 10 power for 5 mana. Then you're going to tap it to put 10 charge counters on this thing, so that whenever you attack, it deals 100 damage to one creature or planeswalker. You're going to target a Screaming Nemesis and kill them. Or you're going to target something that you have equipped with Pain for All, and then you're still going to kill them. Tezzeret, of course, is busted in internal formats. Everyone's been talking about that. This Eldrazi card is really busted. When it enters, when this creature leaves the battlefield, draw a card, then you may put a permanent card with mana value less than or equal to the number of lands you control from your hand on the battlefield tapped. 6 mana, 7/5, warp 4. So you warp it on turn 4, you put a 4-drop into play. Turn 6, you play it. Whenever they kill it, you get to put a 6-drop or less into play. Very busted. Besides that, Bygone Colossus is the best card to warp with that Bore Through card. Turn 4, you warp, you put a 9/9 into play, and then you give it Trample and Haste and +3/+2. So this is swings for 12 if you have this plus Bore Through. Little combo. Shout out to the Goblins Discord for giving me that little fun fact. Besides that, the Shocklands are back with some of the sexiest land art that I've ever seen. Like, this Godless Shrine is amazing. This Watergrave is amazing. This Breeding Pool is amazing. The red lands traditionally don't look always the greatest because they're just fire. Like, they love to put so much fire in, but, like, the aesthetic of all these other lands are beautiful. And the mythic cycle of these lands are actually insane, right? Like, Ulthrus is really dumb. Solsar Sukundi is really dumb. And Evindo is really dumb. I think that Agata is... It goes like the blue one, the green one, the black one, the white one, the red one. I think that the blue one, of course, is dumb because Tolarian Academy in any regard is stupid. Even though Ulthros is the better one, it's dumb. Because, again, Gaia's Cradle is always going to be stupid. And I think that green has the best chance of turning these on super fast. Like, blue might be up there because they can make constructs with the Simulacrum Synthesizer deck. So they could possibly, like, turn this on with their affinity. Like, they just, like, power out a bunch of artifact creatures, use their affinity for artifact cards to get a bunch of power into play and turn it on right away. Green has, like, the same thing where they can just, like, play a bunch of, like, very undercosted, overpowered threats. The 5 mana 10/10, for example, and just turn it on really easily. The black one's good because, like, you sack a creature to draw cards, and, like, you're already trying to be an aristocrats. You sometimes just need to have access to card draw. Drawing cards equal to something's power is huge, right? You have, like, a 3/3 or a 4/4. You have to pay 2 and sack a creature and pay 2 life, but, like, drawing 3 or 4, or even, like, 6 cards from one creature is going to be ridiculous. Agata is okay because it's 4 mana. The rest of these, their costs are very cheap. Agata has the worst cost, but it also is, like, pretty busted, right? You get to make a token that's a copy of an artifact or enchantment you control, except it's legendary, only as a sorcery. And I think that that's, like, totally fine, right? You get to copy a lot of your, like, control pieces, your stacks or prison pieces is probably how I'm going to see this being played. I don't think that Agata is really going to be used on, like, artifact creatures or enchantment creatures, although it could make copies of saga creatures to keep the abilities going. And then the worst one, I hate to say it, is Keveron, the Memorial World. Not only do you have to have all of those charge counters on it, but you also have to sack a land to activate its ability. But when you do, you make a 2/2 robot, and then all your team gets +1/+0 in haste. But I'm going to try to brew around this land. I think it's a really good utility land. I just don't think that's going to be good enough, especially not when compared to the other ones of these lands. But we're used to getting the short and the stick with red, and that's kind of the fun. That's the fun of brewing. So yeah, we're going to kind of call it there. And we, of course, we got the full art basics. They're just absolutely gorgeous. But yeah, really appreciate you watching and hanging out. Thank you so much for being here. If you enjoy Goblins content, if you enjoy listening to me ramble, hit like and subscribe. Easiest way to support the channel, and it's free. If you want any more support the channel, $1 a month gets your name read out on every stream. I'm going to be streaming tonight, probably around like 7, 8 o'clock. I'm trying to stream earlier, especially on the weekend so I can get more sleep. But until next time, I hope you have a beautiful day. Thank you so much for being here. Peace.